Being a mum, it is the hardest, yet the most rewarding job in the world.
I've got 3 beautiful boys, Leo, Boston and Jax, so 9, 7, 3. Pretty much a handful for us.
We've been together for coming up to 25 years. We've gone on to have 3 great children. Noah's 16, Angus is 13 and Greta's 10. They're all fantastic. They're all individual and different, which I'm sure anyone who's had kids will understand and know. I'm still getting emotional now, 16 years later, about how overwhelmingly excited I was to welcome Noah to the world. Most mums will think it's going to be an amazing, fulfilling, exciting period, and for some it is, but I often think that in the postnatal period in particular, those expectations are often not met. And in saying that, it's actually quite difficult for mums in that they have a feeling about what it's going to be like, and when those expectations aren't met, it can be very challenging.
So I'm a midwife. I've been a midwife for 14 years in the private sector. And I am also the co-founder of One for Women. So I'm the mum of 2. I've got an older son, Isaac, who is 8, and a younger daughter, Ellie, who's 5. The immediate post-birth, I was ecstatic. I had my baby, he was healthy, well, I survived. And then it was fine. I was in the comfort of 5 days in my hospital room, and I delivered where I work, so I had people that I trusted a lot around me, helping me, supporting me, nurturing me. And then I went home, and it hit me. I think it hit me really. I'm gonna cry.
I'm going to say it was a baptism of fire because I just had no clue. You have no clue. You have the baby, you think you're breastfeeding when you come home, and that around-the-clock situation where you are so sleep deprived, you just don't know.
My name's Alison Philpott, and I work as a GP obstetrician. Funnily enough, my children weren't perfect children. I struggled a lot with them in terms of sleeping. And I found it really difficult to find any support postnatally. So I understand it can be really difficult when you've just had a baby to find it, where you can get all these resources.
For me, taking it from a midwife's perspective, I think I feel really sorry for these women. Gotten to the point where they've got this well, healthy baby, and we then say goodbye and set them out into the wilderness. The care postnatally for these women is so fragmented. Women are left to their own devices of phoning, hundreds and thousands of helplines and Googling and all that type of stuff, just in order to get one simple answer of why won't my baby go to sleep for me when he's supposed to, or why won't my baby breastfeed, or what's wrong with my nipples, or things like that. As a midwife and also as a mother that has gone through this experience personally, there needed to be a change, and I think One for Women is we're going to achieve that.
The benefit of the One for Women model or approach or clinic is that it literally is a one-stop shop.
The centre is based in Midland, and we're going to be having all of our healthcare professionals working in one site. So on every day that they're there, there's going to be a midwife and GP obstetrician working. We're going to have a specialist working in our clinic for the high people that are considered to be higher risk to make sure that you get excellence in care. And we're going to have all of the allied health professionals working at the same spot.
Look, I think the fact that you can just go to one place and you have the resources there from a multiple of different medical avenues that can help throughout the pregnancy is wonderful.
You've got GPs, you've got your physio, you've got your lactation consultant, you've got your psychologist support, you've got your midwives, all under this one roof.
In my practice, I find that a lot of my patients actually have got private health insurance. And a lot of my patients have got maternity cover. What a lot of people are finding is that they're paying out all this money for private health insurance, but they still can't afford to go privately maternity-wise because they can't afford that, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 out-of-pocket expense.
One for Women has identified that cost is a major issue for a lot of patients. We are all about delivering affordable excellence in care. As part of this, we're committed to limiting our costs associated with delivering through One for Women to less than $1,000 out of pocket.
We offer a low cost but premium model. You can still deliver your baby in a private hospital in a beautiful setting for half the cost of what it would cost to go through a specialist care.
The One for Women model is wonderful because it's going to embrace what I think is the big thing missing from private. You pay this money, but you still get sent home to look after yourself. I think this is something we're desperate for, and I think people are going to look at it and just go, why don't we already have this? So for me, I love everything about what they're trying to bring to Australia, to Perth.